So you just ordered food and instead of eating it you're doing a full photo shoot. Angle 1, top down. Angle 2, accidentally candid bite pose. Caption, something deep like, grateful. Let's be honest, it's food, not a wedding. Meanwhile there's another group of people sitting quietly at the same restaurant. They're not filming, they're not tagging, they're just eating, no proof, no story, no aesthetic lighting. And yet somehow they're having a better time than everyone else. So what kind of people don't post what they eat on social media? Are they boring, mysterious, anti-Instagram rebels, or are they just too busy actually enjoying life? Let's find out. And along the way, let's be honest about why some of us can't eat a sandwich without 12 filters and validation from strangers. Okay, first, let's talk about the posters. The ones who treat a burger like a brand deal. Why do people post their food? Because food is the safest kind of flex. You can't show off your bank account and that's cringe. But a $17 avocado toast? Totally fine. It says, I have taste, money, and sunlight hitting my plate at an angle that screams, soft life. Food is a social media cheat code. You're not bragging, you're sharing. You're not showing off, you're appreciating good food except no. Let's be real. Most of the time you're not trying to share an experience. You're trying to say, look, I'm not alone. Look, I have a life worth documenting, and that's okay, we've all done it. But deep down, posting every meal is just another way of saying, please notice me without me admitting I want to be noticed. Now, let's talk about the other side. The quiet eaters. The ones who just sit, chew, and enjoy the moment like it's 1995, and phones still had buttons. People who don't post what they eat are not necessarily shy. They're just tired. Tired of pretending their life is content. Tired of eating cold food because they were too busy taking 20 photos. Tired of feeling like they owe the internet updates on what's literally digesting in their stomach. These are the people who realize not everything needs to be a performance. Some moments are meant to be lived, not broadcast. They understand something simple. If it's really good, you don't need to prove it. Because when you're actually happy, the last thing you think about is how to make it look happy. But here's where it gets uncomfortable. While we're out here filming sushi like it's a movie trailer, there are people out there who don't even get a full meal a day. We post 3-course meals like it's nothing. While someone across the world is counting coins for bread. We say so blessed while throwing away leftovers. It's not guilt-tripping. It's just reality. Some people don't post their food because they can't. Not because they're private. Because they literally don't have anything to show. And maybe, just maybe, they're not the ones missing out. Maybe we are. Because somewhere along the way, we turned eating into a social competition. Alright, yes, there is a bit of psychology behind all this. When you post your food, your brain gets a dopamine hit. You're not hungry for calories, you're hungry for attention. And likes are the new sugar. But when you stop posting, your brain detoxes. You start eating for taste, not for the timeline. You start living for memory, not for metrics. People who don't post what they eat often value privacy and presence. They don't need an audience to make a moment feel real. They're not living to be seen. They're living to feel. Think about it. Social media turned eating, one of the most human intimate things, into a group project. Now, it's not, did you enjoy it? It's, did you post it? If not, it's like it didn't happen. We live in a time where people can't even eat lunch without wondering, how does this make my life look? People who don't post what they eat aren't weird. They're just free. Free from the need to prove that they're living. Here's the bottom line. If you post your food, fine. If you don't, even better. But don't pretend that posting makes your life fuller. It just makes it louder. Because the real luxury isn't a $20 meal. It's being able to enjoy it without asking for applause. And if you're someone who doesn't post what they eat, you've already figured out something most people haven't. Happiness doesn't need witnesses. So next time you sit down to eat, you got 2 options. Post it, and let strangers rate your dinner. Or eat it, and let yourself actually enjoy it. One fills your stomach, the other just fills your ego. Your choice. So you chose. You ate without posting, or maybe you didn't. Here's the thing. Nobody actually cares about your food. Not your friends, not your followers. Not that random guy who commented a crying emoji under your lasagna photo. Posting every meal doesn't make you interesting. It just makes you predictable. Think about it. If every day you show avocado toast, smoothies and salad bowls, what story are you really telling? Look at me, I eat food. Groundbreaking, truly revolutionary. Meanwhile, the people who don't post, they're writing their own story in real life. They're noticing the steam rising from their coffee, the way the sun hits their scrambled eggs in the morning. They're tasting every bite instead of framing it. And here's another kicker. People who post everything are basically training their brain to need validation for everything, not just food, everything in life. They finish a workout, they post it. They watch a movie, they post it. They breathe fresh air, they post it. Meanwhile, the quiet eaters, they finish a workout and feel it in their body. They watch a movie and actually think about it. They breathe fresh air and just breathe. Now let's get real for a second. Not everyone who doesn't post is some enlightened guru. Some people just can't. Some people don't have the luxury to flex food because, guess what? Some people literally don't have food. Yeah. There are millions of people who eat one meal a day or skip it entirely. And here we are, staging our tuna sandwiches like it's a Broadway show. It's not guilt, it's perspective. So next time you scroll through Instagram, look at those food posts. Laugh a little, cringe a little. Then remember, most of those pictures are performance, not reality. Some people eat for likes, some people eat for life. And the people who don't post their food, they're the rare ones living in the moment. Here's the irony. They might seem boring online, but in reality, they're probably happier than anyone posting a picture of kale. Because happiness isn't measured in likes. It's measured in taste, satisfaction, memory. And one last thing before you go. The next time you're tempted to post your lunch, ask yourself, am I sharing this because it's amazing, or because I want applause? And if it's the first, go ahead. If it's the second, maybe just eat. Silent meals, unshared moments, invisible satisfaction. That's where the good stuff is. Your followers don't need to know. Your food doesn't need a caption. And honestly, the world is better off if sometimes you just keep it to yourself. So yeah, post your food if you want, or don't. Either way, your choice. But remember, the quieter the bite, the louder your life actually tastes. So tell me, which one are you? Are you the person who posts every meal you eat, the quiet eater who just enjoys it, or a little bit of both? Drop it in the comments. I'm curious to see where you stand. And hey, if you enjoy content that makes you think a little deeper about everyday life, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and turn on the bell, so you don't miss the next one. We're building something real here, a space for people who value presence, growth, and honesty. If that sounds like you, join the Reverse Hub Discord, where conversations go beyond the screen. Because at Reverse Hub, it's not about showing off life, it's about understanding it.